What's up everyone, I'm Derek Vanderlinder, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use Tradingview. This is a very important video because Tradingview is the platform we mark up our charts on, okay? Now the reason why we use Tradingview is because it's so easy to use and so much easier to use than MetaTrader 4 for seeing the actual overall picture of what's going on in the market. So that going forward, let's get started here. I'm very excited. This is our last kind of boring video, but it's very important, like I said. After this video is done, you should get all the basics that you need regarding Tradingview, okay? Your chart should look just like mine. You should know how to use most of the functions of Tradingview, and you should just get comfortable using Tradingview after this video is done. So first, the first thing you need to do is go to www.tradingview.com. Now I want you to know that I do have a pro account, and it is probably something you'll need to. I think it's like $6.99 a month, nothing crazy, but you do need it so that you can use all the functions of Tradingview that you need. And the reason why I use Tradingview is because it's just, like I was saying, it's the easiest platform to use. It's so well-rounded, and I feel like anyone can pick it up after a little while. It only took me like a day to really get comfortable with, so let's pull up Tradingview right here. So this is Tradingview. This is what you're gonna see when you pull up Tradingview. Now, I want you to note that I do have the pro account right here. So after you get all signed up, whether you wanna just test out the free account or whatnot, just realize that you're probably gonna eventually need the pro account when you go forward with this, okay? So that's what this looks like. Now, after you're in this section right here, you can go to chart. Now, this is the chart right here. This is what you're gonna see. Now, not exactly like this. After it's all over, your chart's gonna look more like this, okay? But I just wanna get you guys comfortable with the basics of Tradingview before we even get started. So, this is gonna feel very foreign to you, but this is our chart. This is what we're looking at when we're looking at potential buys and sells. Now, you don't see anything right now. We don't even have all the indicators on the chart right now, but this is what you're gonna need to use, okay? So, let's get started on going over the actual platform. So, if you look left here, this whole row is something that we occasionally use. Now, the most important things that I use in trading are all in this little section right here, and I'm gonna teach you how to put your chart so you can have all your stuff like that in your section too. But anyways, let's go to the first section here. So this is the first section. Now, if you look over to the right here, you can see this is starred. Now, let me take this off, and you can see it gets taken off right here on our screen. So I wanna have my trend line because that is something that I use. We use trend lines often within this strategy, okay? Now, I also use a horizontal line as well. So you need to star that so it saves up at the top of your screen, okay? So after that's done, that's really only thing I use from this first section in the left here. Now this one, I use Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension. And as you can see, these are both starred right here so that I can have them accessed whenever I want, okay? So that's all good. That's the second row right here. Now the third row, we use rectangle. So I have that marked up or starred right here, and it's at the top of my screen. This, I use text to mark up my charts occasionally. So when I use the text right here, like for example, I can click this and maybe I want to save something like, what pair are we on? So we're on AUD NZD. Maybe I want to say 200 moving average on 4H, just for example. So I can place that just to kind of keep me reminded for a potential setup maybe. Or if I do training, I'll use that as well, okay? So that's what the text is for. Right here, I don't use any of this. Now this is the long and short position. Now, you're gonna learn a lot more about this later in the course, but you do need to have these saved, okay? Very important to have those saved. This is just gonna show us our stop loss, which you'll learn about, and your take profit later on in the course, okay? So have that all marked up. Right here, this is just a bunch of stuff I don't use. Now, I don't really use anything else that's on our chart, okay? On the left side, excuse me. So I don't really use anything else right there. Now, if we look at the top of our screen, you can see AUDNZD right here. And that's our search symbol. So that's going to be the symbol that is on our chart right now. So AUDNZD, this is the pair that is on the chart. That's what I'm looking at right now. And I'll teach you how to switch that to a different pair here in a little bit. But I'm just going step by step. Now, if we go one to the right, we see a 1H. That means 1 hour. That's the time frame that we are on. So what that means on the 1 hour time frame, that means that every one of these, and we call these candlesticks right here, is 1 hour long. So this right here is 1 hour. Every one of these little candlesticks right in here are 1 hour long, each of them. So now if I go to the 4 hour time frame, each of these candlesticks are 4 hour long. So this is 4 hours long right there. You guys get the point. Now we'll go to the daily. Right there, that's the daily time frame. Let me reset my chart. This is the daily time frame right here. So each one of these is a day long. Each one of these candles, the green candle right here, that's a bullish candle. The red candle is a bearish candle, okay? You learned about that the first video. Now, we have just like a little move that we could have saw right here, and you're gonna learn about this later on the course, but if you saw right there, I grabbed my trend line, marked this up really quick. Now, at this point, and this is just later on, but this is a point in the market that could have been a potential buy zone for us. Like I said, you're gonna learn about this a lot more later on the course, but I just wanted to kind of show you how to use the trend line. Again, click the trend line, boom, and you can kind of see how that works. So I'm gonna delete that there. I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm gonna exit out of this right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next step, okay? This is, like I said, candles right here. Now, we use candlesticks. Most traders use candlesticks. Some people use different things, but you want to have your chart on candles, okay? So that's important, just to learn how I learn, okay? Now, compare, I don't use indicators. Now, this is very important right here. You can see indicators. You're gonna need to add indicators later on in this section, so take note of this tab right here. And what we do with indicators is, if you see, I just clicked on that. Later on in the video, you're gonna learn how to put the TDI on your chart. Now, I'm gonna type in where it says search TDI, and the first one right here where it says elect crypto, right in here, that's the TDI I use. But I just wanted to show you exactly how you can search indicators so that your chart looks just like mine, okay? So I'm gonna exit out of this. That's the indicator section. Financial section, I don't use this. Templates, this is important. So after you are all done finishing setting this up, and I don't even use this button, I right click, and you'll see a, oh, excuse me, I'm not on MT4. So what I'll do is I'll click templates and I'll save the indicator template that I'm on. So after you get this all set up, you'll hit save indicator template and you can name it right here. So let's name this Trader Society, okay. And hit save there. Now it's gonna save the template so that any chart that I have on there, I can just click this down and it will put on my template right here. Okay, very simple stuff. Now we go over to alert. I don't use alerts. Now what alerts can do, maybe you want an alert for when the market does specifically something in the market. Now I'm going to be giving you guys an alert for our trading style, how we trade later on in the course, but I have an alert for every one of our moves so that it can remind us, hey, there's a potential move coming up. We can examine that move, and then if we like the move, we can take the trade. So I have those alerts. You'll be getting those. Don't worry. Very cool stuff. A lot of my old students love this, okay? It's a very awesome tool and it works very great. And I just decided just to give it out to you guys for free, okay? So that's the alert. I don't use it. Now this right here, it says replay. Very, very important because I use this a lot when I'm back testing. And what back testing is going back in data and looking over my strategy and practicing my strategy essentially, okay? And I do that quite often. So let's say there's a potential move right here. And this is a move that you're going to learn about in the course later on. This is called a shark fin right here. So as you saw, I press replay right there. So I press replay. Now I'll press replay right there and you'll see this red line. Now, what the red line is this is where it's going to take you on the chart. It's going to pretend nothing of this happened to the right. So I'm going to click here because this is where I want the market to go, right here. And now we're all the way back there. So now I can back test this move right here and see why it worked out, okay? Very important to use the replay. And just get familiar with it because you're going to be using it a lot if you take the time to back test and learn the strategy like that. Now, this right here is backspace. So let's say you accidentally deleted something, just hit backspace. And then let's say you hit backspace and you didn't mean to, you can hit to go forward and it'll bring you right back to where you were. So that's important. Now right here, these are all the tools that we need to have starred. Okay, so we have the fib retracement, we have the horizontal line, we have text, we have trend-based fib extension, rectangle, long position, short position, and then trend line. These are the ones that we need. This is what you're gonna need on your chart, okay? Now, right here, this is just the template that we have. This is settings, so you can go to settings right here. And this is important. So this is how I'm gonna teach you later on how to set up your chart like mine. So I'm gonna go step by step, super simple, okay? But we're gonna go through all these different things so that your chart looks just like mine, okay? So I'm gonna cancel that. This full screen mode, don't use that. This is a snapshot. So maybe you want to save your setup and keep it somewhere so that you can look it over and save it for later and see maybe you went wrong with it. Take a snapshot of it and it will save into your photos, okay? Now this is publish. I don't use that. You can publish it to Tradingview so other traders can look at it. This right here is important. It's our watch list. These are the charts that or pairs that we're looking at for potential moves in the market. Now, when you want to add pairs on your chart, you go add symbol, and let's say I want to add Bitcoin. So I'm gonna go Bitcoin right here. And I want to find Bitcoin US dollar. So I got that, clicked on it right here, add to watch list, and you'll add that to your screen, okay? So that's important. And when you want to go to like a different pair, you click this button right at the top right corner and you can go to any of the pairs you want, okay? So this is very important. I'm gonna exit out of this. I don't use any of this other stuff on the right. If you want to use it, totally fine. I don't like to use it because I don't need to. This is all I need it for right here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the video section and we're going to go step by step on how to set up your chart so it looks just like mine, okay? And this is important. Last thing as well. This is kind of a cool tool to use. I missed this part, but this is important. So as you can see right here, these are all the indicators that I have on the chart right here. And when I click this I button, you'll see them start to pop up. Now, this is a cool tool that I use all the time, and my favorite thing about Tradingview, because I don't always want my chart to be all cluttered like this, okay? It looks just way too cluttered to me. Don't want to mess with it. So what you'll do here, you'll hover over these and you'll see like a little eye shape. Now, when you click on these, this is going to hide everything that you want to hide. Now, maybe you want just your moving averages. And that's usually what I have. So this is usually the setup I have. Now, if I'm looking for a specific move or something's going on in the chart, I'll put my Bollinger Bands on the chart so that I can see what's going on. Very important. Like I said, this is usually how I have it set up. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go back to our course and go over how to set it up exactly how I set it up. Okay, so 1, right click, click settings. Now, when you click on settings, you're gonna go to step 2, which is symbol. Now, pause this video and have it marked up exactly like mine, okay? Have everything checked up and the colors the same as well. In the end, if you wanna change that, totally cool, you totally can. Just get it to a color that's good for your visuals, okay? Step 3, we're gonna go to status line, which is right below. Make sure all these are marked off just like mine. Now we'll go to step 4, scales. Again, pause this video and mark it up exactly like this. We have all these 4 checked, all like that. Then step 5, we'll go to appearance. Obviously, this is important so that your appearance on your chart can look like mine, so that you can learn the way that I'm learning or that I'm teaching you, okay? And then step 6 is trading right here. So we have these 5 boxes checked off. Make sure that it's checked off for yours as well. Now we'll go to step 7. We go to events. This is what it should look like right here on the left. After that is done, your chart should look like this, what it is on the right here. Should look just like this, okay? Now we're gonna go to step 8. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to find the indicator set at the top of the screen like I showed you. I pointed this out. Find the indicator button right here. Click the indicator button. Now, first step you need to do is type in TDI in the search section. Again, this is going to be elect crypto. Very important. Now, my inputs on the TDI, RSI, period 14, band length 34, fast MA 2, and slow MA on RSI 7. Now you need to go over to style, set it up just like mine, and make sure that you have all these levels set up just like mine. It's very important, okay? Press pause if you need to set it up, or you can go to tradersociety.com, go to downloads, and what's going to happen is you're going to find this video and you're going to be able to just go step by step through this video so you don't have to pause it so much. Now we go to the same thing. You're going to click the indicator button again. You're going to type in Bollinger Bands. Now you're going to need to do this 3 times. Our first Bollinger Band inputs are length 34, source closed, standard deviation 2. This is important. Now my style, set it up just like this. Again, if you want to change it at the end, go for it. Now we're going to do indicators again. We're going to put another Bollinger Band on our chart. Now this time, the only difference is that our standard deviation is 2.5. Set up your colors just like mine. We'll do the same thing one more time, except our standard deviation is a standard deviation of 3, okay? My style, just like this, very important. Now, go to indicators, type in moving average. We're gonna put 4 moving averages on our chart, okay? You should be getting this by now, okay? So we'll go to the length on the first one's gonna be the 50 MA. Source is close, offset 0. My style, set it up however you would like, okay? Now, indicators again, moving averages, the length is a 200, source is close, offset, set up your style just however you want, okay? Again, moving average. One more time after this. So we got the length is 8, source close, offset 0, set up your style however you would like. Again, click on indicators, moving average. Now the last moving average, which is our 800 moving average, source is close, offset 0, style is however you want to set it up. Now, what you'll do is you'll click the template button at the top and you'll go to save indicator template. Now save it to whatever name you want to put it as, but if you ever have an issue where you don't have your template on your chart, you'll click the template that we just made when you add the new chart to your screen, okay? Very simple stuff. This should be easy if you follow this step by step. And after that is done, your screen should look exactly like mine did right here, okay? So your screen should look just like this, okay? And if it doesn't, reach out to me and I'll help you set it up, but it should look just like this. Now, we're done with all the boring stuff. I want you to go back over all the stuff that you learned. Make sure that you feel comfortable in MetaTrader 4, in TradingView. Just make sure you're comfortable with the definitions and what. So now we're gonna get a little bit more fun. We're gonna learn actually stuff that goes on in the market and why the market moves, okay? So you should be happy because now we're to the final steps of you actually learning a new skill set. I know that all this stuff might be overwhelming, but remember, like I said in the first videos, stick with it. I am so grateful that I did because I remember the feeling at first of not knowing what the heck was going on, but I stuck with it and it has blessed me and it's blessed a lot of the people that I am around. So I'm very happy that I stuck with it. It gets way easier with time. Some of you might just pick this up right away. And some of you might just be a little bit more confused. I mean, it's not for everyone, so do take note in that. If you come into this feeling like super stoked, please stick with it and keep that emotion up. Like, this can change your life. But anyways, if you like this video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'm just gonna keep on doing more training. I hope you're enjoying this, and we'll see you in that next video, okay?
Be pulling up. Remember they said I'm not good enough. I took all the energy, turned it to greatness. Now look at my life, man, it's looking amazing.